Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Immortal Behaviour. How are you today, Joey?
Hello, Emma. How are you?
All the better for seeing you this Thursday.
Oh, that's a lie.
No. You brighten up my Thursday now as you brighten up my Sunday for the footy show. Let's talk about the Friday night game, Broncos and Roosters. What on earth has happened to the Broncos this year? So at the moment, if you look at the top four from last year, so Broncos, Storm, Doggies and Raiders. They are all outside the 8 at this stage. And we asked Middo, according to the great man, 1992 was the last time that the reigning top four sides missed the 8.
Wow.
Is that going to happen again?
I can't see the Broncos making the 8. We'll get to the Storm later. But the Broncos, look, there is excuses, injuries. They've had Patrick Carrigan's been out for a while. Billy Walters hasn't played with the ACL. Corey Jensen's had that, he had the punctured lung. Payne was missing for a while, but the other one is their spine. Reece Walsh, Ezra, Reynolds and Pakes. I don't know how many games they've played together. It seems like one or the other's been out. And look, you can't get away from they've got an ageing spine with Adam Reynolds and also Ben Hunt, who's sort of in and out with injuries, with soft tissues. But with that, with the injuries, they just cannot get any combinations going, and then with losses comes a lack of confidence, comes pressure, internal pressure, more external pressure. And this is something that I've seen in Newcastle. One team town, I know the Dolphins are there, but Broncos is a big show.
Yeah.
All last year, all off season, pats on the back, pats on the back, pats on the back. So
Gets into that subconscious.
Well, you just drop your efforts 5%, and collectively as a club or as a team, everyone drops a little bit. It just goes to show. But disappointing. As I said, there are excuses, obviously, but for a superpower, the biggest club in the competition, how they miss the semis will be awful. Yeah.
Is that hard to avoid then? Because even if you don't intentionally go out there to be complacent, just as humans, even just to drop off that little
machines,
bit.
That's the thing. You're getting pats on the back all the time. You know, things like, for instance, it's only a small thing. You know, on your day off and you're hungry, you go to KFC or you get a pizza for dinner. Where the year before, when you're hungry, you're not hungry as in, you know, wanting success. It's hard from the outside in, but there are excuses with injuries. But you think a superpower like Brisbane would have enough depth to get around that, but it's been disappointing, very disappointing.
And then when you look at their attack, so this year with the attacking footy we've seen and the high scores with the changes to the rules and 6 agains, but the Broncos have really been the opposite. So if you look at so far, they've scored 281 points, they're 15th. This time last year they were 4th, they'd scored 372. So 281 against 372.
So what's that, 91 points less? You like my maths? I'm very good at maths.
You're good. Had you already done that, or was that
No, actually. Well, once again, there are excuses. The spine hasn't played many games together. And the big men. You cannot win without your big forwards, unless you're Wally Lewis. Wally used to carry, Queensland, but that's only 40 years ago. It's hard to win without your big players up front, and I think Canberra's suffering from that a bit. As I said, Corey Jensen's been out from Carrigan, Billy Walters, Payne. There's your front row grunt. So it's difficult, but they should have depth in those positions. The other big unit, Ben Takura, he's gone to try out for NFL or something, so that's been a loss. The shining light's been Willison, Xavier Willison, he's a gun. But yeah, injuries, lack of form, ageing roster, and confidence down. It's disappointing for Brisbane Broncos fans.
So even though there's factors that are contributing to them being outside the 8, given the fact that Renault's retiring, Payne's heading to South, they're also losing Jesse Arthurs and Grant Anderson, do you get to the point where you say this premiership window is closing?
For a while, yeah. Because they're going to have an all-new halfback in Jonah Pezzett. Now, Jonah's had hamstring problems this year. He's missed a lot of footy. He's only played a handful of games, and they were both on either leg. So he did it whatever side, and then he came back and tore the other side. Mitch Barnett will be a really good signing for him. But I can't see him winning it next year without, especially Payne and also Adam Reynolds. It's going to affect them.
With Jonah, I know we're assuming that it'll be Ezra and Jonah starting next year, but Ben Hunt has re-signed as well. So
Benny Hunt's the 14. Yeah, he'll be the 14 and a backup for the halfback. Well, really, Jonah Pezz's untried yet. Week in, week out, we all know he's got great potential, and he showed that in some games he's played. But week in, week out, it's still an unknown how Jonah will go. So there's a lot of what ifs with the Broncos, but they need a big off season.
So you've said and have said for a number of weeks now they won't make the 8.
No.
But for the fans that maybe are watching at home and they think there is a chance of a miracle, if somehow they were to pull that off, what would, other than keeping everyone on the park, what would they have to get right?
They won't.
There's
Simple
just no
as that.
chance, so don't discuss it.
No.
Not happening.
No, I tell it as it is. And they got the Roosters on Friday night. Friday night? We're going to Friday night. Yeah, we're up for that one, live and free. If they don't beat the Roosters, they are absolutely no chance. Well, I don't think they're a chance anyway. But we'll get a read on Friday. Will they get the Roosters at the right time? Roosters coming off a short turnaround. They played Sunday night.
Against the Sharkies.
But for the Roosters, they're going into the bye after this game. So they know 80 minutes, front load, get it done, and we get a rest.
It will be a milestone match for Sam Walker as well, which leads us into our Half in Focus segment.
Yep.
He's 24 years old, 100 games in the NRL, and everyone remembers him from when he first burst onto the scene as an 18-year-old.
Yep.
We've just seen what he's done in his first 2 Origin matches. Man of the match in Game 2 and probably would have been in Game 1 as well if they had won.
Queensland won,
What's the limit for Sam Walker?
Don't know. Really don't know, because when DCE moves on, the end of next year, we don't know if he's going to play next year.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, it's still his
stone.
team now.
Yeah.
It's his team.
Yeah.
We're going to get to him in DCE, but we don't know where the ceiling is. And the new rules really suit him down to the ground.
Yeah.
Clubs out there, recruitment people, Benny Walker and his uncles, not Chris, Shane, but mainly Ben, his dad. Really good player, great player back in his day, who played a style of footy which was Alan Langer and in the mid-90s and the early 2000s when it was all out attack. That's the way he's coached his son.
Yeah.
Sam has played in juniors, trying things and making errors. That's where he's learnt his game. Point taken. Young halfbacks, let them play. Let them make errors. Let them play like Sammy Walker, because no one plays like him now. Go back and watch Alf, or go watch players from the mid-90s and early 2000s. That's the way halfbacks played. He plays with freedom. He plays with no fear of consequence of making an error. If he sees it, he backs himself. He'll kick on play too. That's him. It's great to watch. I love it. And that's his personality.
Yeah.
He's extroverted, he's cheeky, he's a risk taker. He's a gambler. He's got horses. Am I talking about Alf or am I talking about Sammy? He's got racehorse, he loves a bet. It just goes to show his personality. He's a natural footy player who takes risks. He's a natural risk taker. And if he makes an error, he couldn't give a rat's ass. Bit of Jimmy Maloney about him.
So the words that everyone uses when they talk about Sam Walker, they're unstructured, all out attack, ad-lib, everything that you just spoke to. Is that something then that is just personality based, and
no, it's education.
So you can be taught to have that ad-lib style. And
it comes with personality, but it also comes with coaching and the development from the ages of probably 12, 13 to probably in his late teens. Now, I've no doubt that Thursday, Friday, Sundays, live and free, the Walker family would be sitting down and Dad, Ben, would be saying, see that? This is what we need off you. See this? See that pass? See that winger back? See when that defender jams? If you're a halfback, you've got to watch every game. And I've no doubt Sam would be watching every game, even the Saturday games when they're, the Doomben 10,000s on or the Stradbroke. But I love watching him play. Coaches, clubs, go talk to Ben Walker about how he's developed this halfback. And then we can have more Sammy Walkers. But the bigger the stage, the better he goes. The stage. I really am surprised by how Howie's pretty much owned the first 2 games.
Really? You didn't expect that
No.
straight away?
No. I didn't know how we would go at this level. Obviously the size, I thought he'd be really targeted, but he's smart. He hides himself, and if they get at him, he gets in front of them and defends, but...
Is that no fear factor as well?
No fear factor. I didn't know how him and Munster and Caelan would combine, but I've been terribly wrong. They are just... Them 3 are on the same page, and they complement each other. We look at the 8-year dominance and blokes in the spine, Billy and Cameron and Lockie and Thurston and Cronk. Caelan, Munster, Sammy Walker, Harry. This is a pretty special spine, and they're all on the same page. So where the ceiling is, I don't know.
So then, when we speak about him being that ad-lib, unstructured half, and a lot of it, comes down to personality, but also education. But then someone like Nathan Cleary, who's more that structured half, is a student of the game as well, and he'd be watching all the games. So the punters and maybe people watching this at home, what is the main difference between like a structured half like a Nathan Cleary and someone like a Sammy Walker?
Well, Sammy will roll the dice on any play, and Nathan plays a lot off Isaiah Yeo. Isaiah Yeo stands up, and Nathan fair bit of the time plays off Isaiah Yeo. So really the way they play Penrith off Isaiah, Nathan's pretty much playing like a 5'8" or a second receiver. Where Sammy plays off Victor sometimes, but mainly he's on the advantage line and he's playing. I think the Roosters work on a lot of, if you watch the Roosters play, and I watch them, every time someone goes to the line, they've got support all around. So they're looking to create a quick play of the ball, and then Sammy plays off that. So they're not setting up for a big play. They're playing each play with close support, and they're getting offloads, and then Sammy does his stuff, where sort of Penrith's the opposite. Their mentality is, what do we do after a quick play of the ball? And then Yeo stands up and plays to Nathan, he plays to Dylan, or Blaze. Blaze is on their left and play to Dylan on the right. But it's a great, successful style of play. It holds up in club footy, but it hasn't sort of held up at origin level, which everyone can see. So that's the next challenge for Nathan, to play outside, those perimeters and try things and risk things and make errors. So
can he be that more?
Yeah, I think he can, for sure.
Sort of unstructured?
I think he has to.
Yeah.
And it all starts with support play. Look, Nathan, whenever Payne's going forward, or whenever Barnett, or whenever Cam Murray's, get up outside of him. Get up outside of him. That way you can get one-on-one tackle for your forward, which might produce an offload, which produces ad-lib, or he gets forward and it's a quick play of the ball, and then Nathan's on the advantage line, and because it's a quick play of the ball and there's one marker, he's saying to Reece Robson or Brayley or Appy, run! So once again, which a lot have been saying, I've been saying, attack out a dummy half. But it all comes off the quick play of the ball. You've got to get up with your forwards. Then also, if you're up with your forwards, you get a quick play of the ball, you stand up and play. You're the one on the advantage line dictating. So for Nathan, big one for Origin 3, push up outside your middles, push up, constantly jogging down the field. I used to talk to Terry Lamb. I used to talk about it to all the old playmakers. King, about his stuff. And I asked Terry Lamb, he said, whenever we had the ball, I was jogging. I was jogging forward. So it wouldn't matter if it was 40 metres away, if someone made a break, if it was jogging, he'd get there.
Yeah.
He's the best support player of all time. Get on the advantage line. Get on the advantage line.
Yeah.
Support. Support your big men. Don't wait for the next play. Don't be setting up. Push up.
Listen closely, New South Wales. Sammy Walker, maybe don't have a big
no,
game for
Sammy,
game 3.
just you hang back for the set play.
Just wait, Sammy.
But I've been really impressed with Sammy.
Yeah.
His goal kicking. He's 8 from 8 down in Melbourne, and a lot of them are tough kicks.
But then he had a couple of, they had a laugh at him on 100% footy because he had a shocker on Sunday.
He's a bit like Dane Gagai. They want to maybe sow a bit of maroon.
Go to another level when they pull that jersey on. Anyway, all the best to Sammy Walker.
But we haven't even spoke about his short kicking game.
Yes.
His short kicking game, there's no better in the game. There's no better since Alf. Once again, there's that name comes up. And what happens these days is, teams, when they're inside their 10, they have one marker and the fullback defends in the line. So instead of from positions having 5 defenders, they have 6. Incredibly hard to break down. But Sammy does it with short kicks, and he kicks it above the knee so they can't trap the ball.
Yeah.
He stays on the defender and then gets into space late to preserve the space. He kicks behind where the halfback defends for his back rower because the outside men, the centre and winger, have to come up. And then if the ball's here, it's too far for the fullback to get. I was actually watching game 2. Tedesco was getting out of the line, which was good to see. Once again, it's just, if you hang back for the kick, he'll pass. Have a look at the try in Canberra. I think Hugo Savalas scored it. It was inside the 10-metre mark, and ball came out, and Sammy just went through like a 30-metre, 20-metre cutout to Billy Smith. Billy got down and then offloaded to Hugo, and they scored a 90-metre try. I don't think any other half would have threw that. The pass off the scrum, when Selwyn scored, when he hit Kalen, when he got the ball and Nathan was there, no one in the world would pass that ball. No one. I don't know in the history of Origin who would throw that ball and play one in an attacking situation. When Nathan's coming up, they would just take the tackle. That pass absolutely blew my mind away. That pass just epitomises the mindset of Sammy.
When you said he's probably the best, or he's the best since Alfie with the short kicking game,
yeah.
Can he be better than Alfie? Could he have the best short kicking game of all time?
Oh, it's a big call.
Or you need to see more still?
Consistently more.
Yeah.
Once again, what's he, 4 or 5 years into his career?
Yeah,
100
he's only 24
He'll play 300. We'll play more than 300, especially these days.
But at this age, considering where he's at this age...
Well, his game's just going to improve. He's still learning his game. But the other thing, and the big one, is players around him are starting to learn how he plays. I've got to say, it's a big rap for DCE. Daly's put his ego aside and he's played second fiddle. I really didn't know how they were going to go because they're both dominant halves, but Daly needs a really good rap for the way he's playing.
Well, no one thought they were the headlines over the off-season. Great.
So great coaching.
Yeah.
Great coaching by Robbo, but also Daly. He needs to take a lot of applause for what he's done. He's put his ego away and let Sammy run the team.
Well done to both of them. So tip then, you're going Roosters.
Yeah,
Who think
Roosters by 14.
Live and free on 9?
Live and free,
from
fast track.
7:30?
Yeah.
Bring it on. Equally, just as it's been a tough year for the Bronx, the Raiders, who are the minor premiers, how do you sum up? I mean, again, they have had injuries to key forwards, but in a nutshell, what has gone wrong down
I think they're really missing Jamal Fogarty, that steady influence. Jamal played mostly on the right, which then freed up Ethan Strange to play on his favourite side on the left. He was in and around Hudson Young, I reckon, last couple of years. So many tries around that channel where Hudson and Ethan were. I just don't think he looks that comfortable on the right, Ethan. Last weekend he went back to the left. They had him on the left. Yeah. And they were up 16 or 18-0 against Melbourne. Melbourne? Yeah.
On Sunday, yeah.
And then Harry came on and everything changed. But I think they're really missing Jamal. Ethan Sanders is a totally different player to Jamal. And mostly he's on that left side. So well done to Ricky, putting Ethan Strange back on that left side. But ultimately, similar to Broncos, they've missed forwards. Noel Martin, the young tearaway, Sasangi, Hoskins, Josh Papali'i have been out for an extended period. It's hard to win without your big boys. Once again, it's hard to win.
I know you have said a couple of times that it's taken a while for Sanders and Strange to gel.
Oh, they still haven't gelled.
How is it just a patience thing? It'll take time, or are there some players that maybe it just don't work as well together? Like, is it for Raiders fans? Should they be confident? Like, no, they'll be sweet in the next year or two.
Yeah, I think so. I think they need to tweak a couple of things. Ethan likes to get across field, but the halves who get across field and do those dummies, and Benji was great and Sean Johnson was great. Not too many else can do it like that. He's not lightning quick. If you're not lightning quick, you've got to play straight. Yeah. So I think he's got to play straighter instead of getting across field to try to get across defenders, just get a wider pass. So get a pass wider across 2 or 3 defenders and play straight as a gun barrel. But the players around him, have to help out. The key is, last year they won, was it 8 close games and lost 2 really tight games by 6 points. That's the difference. You got to win the close games.
So they don't have the resilience this year, or was it just a bit of luck?
They haven't got the resilience.
Was it just luck, or?
Oh, no, once again, it's a bit of game management from Fogarty.
Yeah.
They really miss Jamal Fogarty. I've got to say, what he's doing at Manly, I thought he was unlucky not to be in that extended squad for Queensland, that jersey 19-20 position. Yeah, but Ricky will have a plan. But, struggle street.
Struggle street. So they probably won't be in the 8. Maybe the West Tigers will jump in their 10th at the moment. They're 2 points outside the 8, but this week they get Doueihi back, Alex Twal as well. Of 2, we were looking at the ladder before.
Yeah.
If there's 1 or 2 that do jump back in, are the Tigers one of those for you?
No, they're not. So there's pretty much 5 teams or around that. I think will fight it out for 6th, 7th and 8th. And that's the Bunnies.
Yeah.
It's Cronulla. Now, Cronulla's got a fairly easy run in, and we know Cronulla are very consistent from round 1 to 26. The Tigers are there. Now, the joker in the pack is the 2 teams of the Storm and the Cowboys, because they've got 2 buys each to come. How they manage that from the Storm, we've seen, Harry and Munster, just their form is out, especially Harry. And the Cowboys, they're getting players back. They haven't got many injuries. I like the young backline and Nene and Lukey. So I think the Sharks and the Cowboys and the Storm will be in that 6th, 7th and 8th. South, unfortunately, no. No Latrell, no Campbell Graham, Sean Kepi, no Jack Whiten. So I haven't got South there, and I haven't got the Tigers making it.
So the Tigers then, they have the longest finals drought in the competition. We have seen improvement since Benji took over and the roster has improved, but to still fall short, what would need to be better in 2027? What's the main thing that the Tigers just don't have that those top tier teams?
It's just that consistency week in, week out. And with the Tigers, sometimes it's not week in, week out, it's set to set.
Yeah.
Some sets you're going, wow. Then the next sets, they look like they're drunk. Jereen Buller's injury, look, Billy picked it up. He's got that, the strap. We got in trouble.
Strap on. Strap.
He's got that shoulder, so he'll be going for an operation. He's not 100%. They've really missed Adam Doueihi. Yeah. Really missed him.
He was tossed up as a utility for
No, he was
Origin.
my 14 for Origin,
yeah.
for sure. He can play anywhere. They're losing some players. There's Stafford Toa moving on. Geez, I like Bolle. He's a good player. He's a gun. Alex Twal.
Jake Avarillo's
He's
coming from the Dolphins,
Look, that'll be a close game against the Knights this week, especially with Doueihi back.
Can't back against your Knights, surely.
No. Sunday
and
afternoon.
up there, it's Beanie round, the 10th
Beanie round,
year of Beanie round as well. So we know the emotion that comes with being up there. And for you, for someone who is such a great mate of Mark Hughes, how proud are you not only of him and the way that he's handled this journey, but what he's been able to produce in 10 years with this great cause?
Well, he's brought the whole Newcastle community together, Newcastle and the Hunter, but he's brought the whole NRL together. I think this round especially, everyone unites for that common cause. He's raised over $30 million in 10 years. He won't rest, he said, till he finds a cure. And for him and the figurehead of this foundation and the amount of volunteers that follow Mark Hughes is incredible. And to Kira Lee and Mark, what they do, but also all the volunteers and all the players, they get behind it. And the guide of Rugby League feels like leading into this weekend, it starts to get cold. So I think all up, they sold about 1.2 million beanies over that 10 years. It's just incredible. So well done to Mark. He's such a great friend of mine. And, everyone in Newcastle and the Hunter just absolutely loves him. And he does this. He doesn't take a wage. He just gives up so much time so much time and energy into it. So he's a special human.
There's so many special individuals we've been able to meet along the way. There's a few doing the Big 3 trek, again, 150 kilometres.
Billy Puden's done every one, hasn't he,
Yep,
Bill?
Billy. I did a couple with Bill. He's a legend. One of the nicest blokes in the world. Up there with Bedsy. Gal's doing it this year as well.
Gal.
He's doing the trek.
He'd be a bit susceptible to chafe, I reckon, Gal. Might need a bit of Vaseline between those chunky quads.
Oh, good
But you know
luck
what?
to
Even that brings people together.
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys I know from where I live in Sydney,
Yeah.
around the eastern suburbs, they go on the trek.
Yeah.
Blokes from Maroubra and Bronte and Bondi, and them and the Newcastle boys have really formed a really good bond. And when the Newey boys are down, they go and train with the guys early in the morning. It just brings people together, brings that community together.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'd be successful unless it's someone who the figurehead is Mark Hughes. So, yeah, big day Sunday in Newcastle for Beanie round. Knights, Tigers, all out attack. It'll be a great day.
And on the Sunday Footy Show, we have a really special story of a young boy, Liam, who got diagnosed with brain cancer when he was 6 years old. So,
Yeah, we
now
on the Freddie
8.
and the 8th yesterday, the story about the referee.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
heartbreaking.
there's so many heartbreaking stories.
It's heartbreaking.
But this one, thankfully, is a story of hope and resilience. The
Oh, good.
bravest young 6-year-old you'll ever meet, and
Yep.
Liam at this stage is cancer-free. So we'll bring you that one on the Footy Show. Before we head off, tip tonight. Combank
I really like
Stadium.
Para.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
in the wet. It should be
So who are they playing?
Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs. So I haven't thought of my headline, but
Well, last week you got it right.
Okay.
Oh, no, because you had
Yes, I
nightmare.
did.
Well, you got nightmare
Well, they
for
won.
Dragons. Was that a nightmare? They nearly won. Isn't a nightmare
so
a
here's
flogging?
my headline, because I've tipped Parramatta. I really like Parramatta tonight. South Sydney, paralytic. I don't think that.
Is that allowed?
Of course it is. As long as you do it responsibly.
Okay. Well, you've been on a good run. I think you've
Yeah.
only missed one in the last.
Moses Red. Moses
yeah.
Parts Combank.
That's
Big
a
game
good
for Mitch
word.
Moses, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one, but Bunny's paralytic.
All right. We'll see if you get that one
The
right.
Easter Bunny. Well, the Easter Bunny, he always gets left beer and carrots.
Yeah.
Geez, he must be topped up by the end of just delivering all those
Must.
apples.
You'd love to be the Easter Bunny.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't I
Anyway, we
like-
won't see you at Combank. All the best with tonight.
Oh, yes, Year 12 formal.
Yes. Have fun.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, far
goodness.
out. Mate, there's no mirror safe in our house. With me and Lewis, just walking past every mirror, there's a flex and chest is out. Suit's on. Thinks he looks like Robert De Niro. Oh, yes.
We'll pray for you, Joey.
Yeah.
So while everyone enjoys the footy tonight, also pray for Joey.
What
with
else
the
this
formal.
weekend? What other tips have we got? So I like the Knights, like the Roosters. I like the Eels tonight. I think in the wet too with Mitch Moses' kicking game. And Rabbitohs' form before the bye wasn't great. They beat the Broncos, but previous to that they got hammered 3 weeks in a row. Eels.
Eels. All right. Live and free here on
Enjoy
9.
your footy.
Enjoy your footy. Hope everyone enjoyed another
And
masterclass
get
from
out
this man.
and get a beanie.
Yes.
IGA, Lowe's.
Lowe's, and then markhughesfoundation.com.au.
Yeah, Mark Hughes. And they're going to be at the game, so take
Get
a
them
bit
a
of
game.
time.
There's kids ones as well. I need to get a little one for Harper. So enjoy the weekend, and we'll see everybody next week.